Hello, beautiful women. Welcome back to my channel. I am Greta Sofia, and today I would like to talk about how your feminine energy could be blocked and why. What is blocking your feminine energy? So, number one, a very big one, is society. If you live in the West or anywhere in Europe, there is very intentional distortion of the natural feminine and masculine energies in men and women. And the way that shows up, many of us from birth, from going to school and kindergarten, if we are women, we are brainwashed and conditioned and groomed to be masculine, we are praised for our masculine energy, for embodying our masculine energy, for doing, achieving, being strong, being the strong one, and having all of that on our shoulders, as well as the big media companies that are every time choosing more and more masculine looking models that have very cold expressions and masculine shape and way of moving. They're kind of advertising it in all over the place to make it like a new trend, so that women don't know anymore how to be feminine. And for men, it's also the same. They are also being brainwashed to be more and more feminine, more softer, to dress more feminine ways, to be more over emotional. So there is a big mass distortion of the two sacred feminine and masculine energies that are ever present in all of us, and this creates chaos. First of all, it creates chaos within and then in our surroundings. So if you're a woman and you feel like you're always harsh, or you're always in a rush and doing or achieving, if you speak harsh, if you move harsh, if you don't feel, don't look, don't think feminine, and you're always in this masculine paradigm, this is largely because our society in the Western countries, in Europe and anywhere else in the West, was constructed in this way. And this is taking away our power, because the differences between men and women are beautiful, and they nourish us. They are what create polarity, what make us attracted to each other, and those differences that complement each other between men and women, in the end, the polarity that creates the attraction between a man and a woman, and what creates a divine union between the two. And the divine union between a man and a woman, a marriage, is very sacred and very powerful. A couple in harmony and in love, supporting one another is unstoppable, which is why whoever is distorting the energies are attacking that here in Europe and in the West. So people are more and more brainwashed to be on Tinder, to hook up, to have one-night stands, to watch pornography and things like this. Women are conditioned to not value themselves, to just give themselves away, to just sleep with random people, and as a result the men, I'm generalizing of course, as a result the men then don't value women, because women don't value themselves. So we have this big chaos, and more people are divorced, more and more people don't even want to be married or committed or have a beautiful family unit. It's becoming very rare here in Europe and in the West. Myself, I know very few families happy together, married with children, here in Europe. And I'm not saying this has to be the path for everyone, of course. If you don't want to have a family or a beautiful divine union, that's up to you, all power to you. But I'm just saying that it's being so heavily promoted, this single lifestyle, and also men are more and more like women like losing their masculine essence. Women are more and more like men, so there is no more real attraction and relationships don't work anymore because women have lost completely their feminine arts and beauty, and the men, generalizing again, have lost their strength and power and the ability to provide and protect and to lead, you know. And all of this is being lost thanks to our modern culture, or should I say lack of culture. It was actually such a different feeling when I visited Dubai with my mom and with my daughter last year. We went there, and as you know, it's a Muslim country where women cover themselves up and dress very modestly. And what I could feel there really surprised me. I was really touched and inspired by these people because there is still a lot of respect for the family union, for the family unit, for the marriage, for things like this. I could witness a lot healthy feminine energy and a lot of healthy masculine energy from the local people over there. That was really inspiring. And for example, the women there are mostly covered up. Sometimes you can only see their eyes. And in Europe, people make so many judgments about it and criticize that a lot. But for me personally, what I could see was shining, happy, full, fulfilled eyes, full of feminine energy, beauty, power, and magic. Really, wow, incredible women. I have not seen so many beautiful women here in Europe. What I see is women exposing their bodies and chasing after men. Please like me kind of attitude, not valuing themselves, which is why the men don't value women here anymore. Whereas over there, that culture is so inspiring. And I'm not here to say that any culture in the world is perfect or anything like this, but I'm just saying I was very touched and very inspired and very nourished coming from Ibiza, where there is a lot of masculine women and a lot of feminine men. Very uninspiring environment for me. I was very, very inspired in this place of the earth. Yeah. And then apart from society and media, what else could be blocking your feminine energy is your friend circles, your social circles. If all of your friends have been manipulated into kind of being, you know, gender fluid or being the opposite, into the opposite energy. What I mean to say is if the women in your friend's circle are like very masculine, stronger than the men, and if the men in your friend's circle, in your environment, are very feminine and soft and like women basically, then this can be very confusing if you are surrounded by distorted energies the whole time. So of course it's going to block your energy, because I feel like we don't know what's healthy anymore because we don't see that as an example. We have been under such a mass hypnosis which is why you see more and more people speaking up about polarity, about sacred divine feminine energy and sacred divine masculine energy. There is more and more work of this type is coming out to the world, because it's a very important work as well. I mean, that's the core of everything. That's the core of society and of how we build, you know, our families and lives and how we raise the future generations. For example, there is this big trend coming from America that is becoming widely popular, gender fluid. So I do understand that sometimes people don't feel at home in the body, in the gender that they've been born, and they feel they're the opposite gender, and sometimes this happens. And all blessings, I have no judgments to anybody, but what I don't like that this is being promoted as the norm now. A lot of people are having, you know, babies and saying, oh, you know, it's gender fluid, I'm gonna raise my baby neutral, and my child will decide what gender it is. And while I'm not against anybody that's been born different, really no judgments there, but I think it's wrong to make it as a norm, like, oh yeah, you can be a boy, you can be a girl, you can be a unicorn or a butterfly if you want. Like, what is this? I personally don't agree with that, which is why I resonated so much being in Dubai, for example. The local culture seems to have no confusion between men and women. You really can feel who is the woman there, who is the man. They really know, they're really not confused. They really honor their sacred roles in each other's lives in society. And really, it was so healing to be in this very healthy energy, very sacred, high vibrational energy over there. So thank God for these people for keeping those energies alive. But my hope is to, you know, to inspire more women to, because in the end it's all up to us, you know. If the women here in the West start to remembering feminine arts and the art of being a woman and what that means, and start being that, and start to value and respect themselves, or we start to respect and value ourselves, then we will have no more reasons to complain that, oh, men are so bad, or they're like this and like that, and they treat us bad and they don't treat women. It's all up to us. When we start to love and respect ourselves, then the men will follow. This is just the natural flow and how it will be. So really it is up to us. And for me, this is such a sacred topic, such a sacred subject, because I feel like when women heal their feminine energy and are really living truthfully to their feminine essence, that creates such a magic aura, such healing energy, that whichever man they're with is then inspired to be also masculine, really in their masculine force. And that brings back the divine union, beautiful marriages, beautiful families. I mean, come on, there is so many single parents, co-parents, and no judgment to anybody at all. We've been born in an imperfect world. We suffered a lot of wars, a lot of mass brainwashing, a lot of all sorts of things. But I feel like now, this new age, 2022, we are becoming so evolved as human beings that it's really time to go back to the ways of nature, to the ways of what is sacred and what is true, and what is healthy for all of us, which is healthy, balanced feminine and masculine energies within, embodied, and then together, you know, building beautiful future for our future generations, for the earth to come. Enough of the chaos, enough of the distortion, enough of the confusion. Now is the time to remember who we are as women, what it means to be a woman, what it means to be a man, what it means to create a healthy marriage, a beautiful, healthy family, and to see all of that striving and flourishing in the world. So that is my vision and big wish, deep wish from my heart for our society. And this is why I make this kind of videos, or started to make them. So if you feel inspired by this or resonate in any type of way with what I'm sharing, please subscribe and stay connected. Connect with me on Instagram as well, Medicine Woman Essence. And soon I will be opening spots for women to work with me one-on-one, to help you to go through a deep transformational healing, to come back to your feminine essence, feminine embodiment, and power. Lots of love. Thank you for tuning in again. See you in the next one.